episode of Srishti's Arena. I'm your host Srishti, and I welcome you to this another episode and rejuvenated episode. And I thank you for joining me in this episode, and I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please make sure to subscribe to my channel and like this video. It would motivate me to make more content. With that, let's start with this video, and I hope you're doing well. So today I wanted to talk, and I wanted to just make a very easy episode for me and for you as well. Something which is countable. So why not make a video on 10 things that I have learned in this year 2023, which has helped me a great deal. I thought I would rather share my learnings with you all, and I would love to hear what you have to say about my learnings, and if you resonate with it, please feel free to comment your thoughts, and if you have anything to say about this video, in the comment section below. With that, let's start with 10 things I learned the hard way in 2023. So the first and foremost has to be to become assertive. Now, there is a huge line in being assertive and being dominant. When I say assertive, I mean somebody who is very confident and who are very sure on what they are speaking and what they need. For example, being very sure in what you want in a relationship, being very sure what your bare minimums are with friendships, being very sure what you're gonna do in future. I mean, that's questionable. Yeah, that is. It's okay. I mean, I don't want to bother you. I don't want to be like, you need to be really clear in your head where you have to go. It's okay. We all are students, and I think it's a journey. Believe me. Trust me. I'm there. I'm with you. And I resonate with you on that. So that's fine. But just to be, just to have our facts checked, just to have that knowledge of what we are speaking, to just, that would help us in becoming assertive. Also, when we are assertive in what we are speaking, we are confident and we have this aura which basically resonates with us wherever we go. It helps us a great deal, be it in our interpersonal relationships, be it in your career, be it in your university, it could be anything. So yeah, the first one has to be, for me at least, to become assertive, which I learned the hard way. Number 2 would be to form healthy boundaries. I have talked about forming healthy boundaries in detail, which you can check out in the previous videos that I uploaded. But by forming healthy boundaries, I mean to have clear-cut expectations of what you are to provide in your relationships, and clear-cut expectations what your bare minimums are. When you have clear-cut boundaries and good boundaries with all your people in your life, you are good at managing your time and your energy in all those relationships. And I think it's a great tool to become, more good at time management and just to be clear in your head, because relationships, I think, are a very crucial aspect of all our lives. And I think it deserves, a great deal of, work, in one way. And forming healthy boundaries helps us to basically set our pace in any relationships. Number 3 would be learning something new every day. As I said before, when your confidence is increasing, you're becoming more assertive. In the same lines and in the similar lines, if you're learning something new every day, it helps boost your confidence. So it's very interconnected to the first point I mentioned. And for me personally, if I'm reading books, learning, let's say, even small little thing every day, it really empowers me and motivates me and just boosts up my confidence. And I think it could be crucial if you are looking for ways to increase your confidence. So learning something new is something that you can consider. Number 4, believe me, you might not see it as an issue or a problem, but yeah, I learned it the hard way. So number 4 has to be no gossiping. Trust me, you save a lot of your energy when you do not indulge in conversations which are to like back talk, or which are about back bitching or gossiping about other people. You would realize that once you have stopped talking about what others are doing, about their businesses, you would actually be saving that much energy to work on yourself and the things that you have always wanting to work on. It's a great way to basically redirect your flowing energies on things that shouldn't be flowing on, but to just redirect it on your pathway and to work on yourself rather than talking about others. So I think it's a very great deal to stop gossiping. It has helped me a great deal. Once I became very mindful, okay, it is not really helping me in any ways. I was like, yes, I need to stop gossip. It's really natural to indulge in any sort of gossips, believe me. It's okay once you are mindful that okay, gossips are something that are time consuming, and I would rather spend my energy and that time on working something concrete. You're doing a great job on it, so so good luck to you. Number 5 would be being mindful of who you're spending your time with and your environment. For me, when I feel drained after, let's say, hanging out with somebody, that's an indicator for me that being with them is sort of energy consuming for me. That does not mean the person you went out with are bad people, or there is something bad or evil or shady about them. It has to do more with you, because you are a certain kind of personality that feels drained out in the presence and in their presence, and that's absolutely okay. So it becomes very mindful to understand your own personality. Okay, this is the kind of person I would like to hang out with because I feel more motivated and I feel more energetic to do certain things. And it's also very important to be very mindful of your environment. Oftentimes we become so lazy and just consumed in our heads that we often forget to clean up our environment. And I have noticed a very huge productivity rise when I just clean my environment, clean my room, and then start working on something. It's just like, it helps me a great deal to focus actually better, because our brain has tendency, it needs that space to think on a very subconscious level. It needs that clean environment and a sorted workplace, like a place where you just work. So it's very important to be mindful of your environment and people you're spending your time with. Number 6 has to be one of the most important criteria I would be discussing today, and it's about becoming mindful of our own patterns. So I strongly believe in the fact that nobody should tell you what to do. Nobody should pinpoint your trigger points. So before other people pinpointing on your trigger points or your pattern, I believe is not okay, rather than you yourself understanding at a very core level and your patterns. So when you're aware of your patterns, you're not being gaslighted that often. You're not being corrected by other people more often. So once, let's say you made a mistake and somebody comes to you that, hey, you made a mistake, and you are aware of that pattern. So it would be very easy for you to accept that mistake rather than be angry about it or become hostile about it. So hence, it's very important to be very mindful of your pattern. Next would be to not be harsh on yourself. I say this because it's important to keep working on ourselves, but it is also important that we are not harsh on ourselves. It's really important. It's good and it's best to be best friends with your own self, because it gives you that mindset to treat your own soul, to treat yourself as you would treat your best friend. So I have found it to be really helpful for me, and that is how I'm not that harsh on myself and I let go of things. So that's something. Number 8 is my favorite, and I really learned it the hard way, is to never expect anything from anybody. There's a saying which goes like, expectations can kill a man and can kill a simple woman. So the more you expect, the more you attach yourself with certain criterias, with certain people, situation, and it is okay, and it's okay to actually, and it's beneficial to not expect things from people, because expectations will only lead to not so happy endings, wherein you will be just left estranged, you would be just feeling left out and angry at yourself for expecting. And it's completely fine to not expect. It's okay, my dear. Number 9 has to be time management. I personally manage my time by being very mindful about my priorities. If I have something important to get done, I make sure that I complete it in time for that to happen. And to be focused, I set up timers for myself, which really helps me to focus on one thing at one time and then focus on something other, which is, the second in my priority list. And I think it's really crucial to manage your time if you have to work on different aspects and if you have a lot of things to work on. So I think it's a great deal, and it's the hard way that I learned that. Last but not the least has to be about taking breaks. My favorite. I believe if you're working, let's say 12 hours a week, a whole week, 7 days, you're only exhausting yourself to a very huge extent. Your brain, your body, your soul, everything deserves a rest, at least for a day. If you're working hours and if you're burning that midnight oil, consider taking break for a day where you just relax, be with your own emotions and process things. I think it really rejuvenates us, and the next day you would be focusing for let's say 8-12 hours. You would be more focused, you would be more able to invest more of your energy onto that. So I think that's something. So with that, we come to the end of this episode. And my friends, if you really like my content and like the videos that I make, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and like this episode. It would really motivate me to keep on making such content. With that, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you soon. Bye.